Жүрегімізбен қазақ боп қалайық. Hold on my hand. How did we meet? Another platform. Следом за тобой. Ведь ты мое главное сокровище.
Раковину украшали бронзовые скульптуры 12 китайских зодиакальных животных. Они были не только символом 12-летнего цикла, но и указывали время суток. Каждый час из пасти одного из животных извергалась струя воды, а в полдень воду испускали все 12 знаков гороскопа. Юаньминьюэн стал не только одним из известных парков Китая, но и его крупнейшим и недолговечным музеем. Виктор Гюго говорил о том, что по количеству хранимых в нем сокровищ даже парижский Нотр-Дам не может сравниться с огромным изобилием. Кардина может открыть много нового. Побывав в Юаньминьюэне, непременно стоит посетить зону европейского ансамбля. Там выставлены сохранившиеся части зодиакального фонтана Хайяньтан, лабиринт Вань-Хуаджэнь и руины дворцов, построенные...
要坚持互利共赢，做彼此成就的好伙伴。从第二次世界大战期间克服艰难险阻，互相输送大量急需物资，到如今双边贸易额屡创新高，中俄互利合作的高速列车。이거는 진짜 천국이다.
shi da fashi a Ikara sai ya nufi Makarfi. A nan kuma ya kafa
своим друзьям и знакомым. Слушайте радиосеть www.radio.tv. Сканирование радиоприемник Tecsun с позиции 13 градусов восточной долготы. Цифровой канал W. В Европе с 17 до 20 часов UTC. На коротких волнах 1550 килогерц. Полностью наше расписание www.radio.tv. 18 часов. На волне Всемирной радиосети. Продолжаем нашу передачу. 爸爸开车的7号，妈妈在看。DCN Radio. Hear the difference. Now the news.
A Chinese diplomat says the country is ready to strengthen coordination with Latin American countries to uphold international multilateralism. Assistant Foreign Minister Miao Jiayu made the remarks at the fourth ministerial meeting of a forum between China and the community of Latin American and Caribbean states. Miao said China opposes Washington's tariffs and remains committed to safeguarding the international trade order. He added that China is willing to work with Latin American countries to join the multilateral trading system. The fourth ministerial meeting of the China CELAC Forum will convene in Beijing on Tuesday. Chinese President Xi Jinping will attend the opening ceremony and deliver a speech. Chinese President Xi Jinping has wrapped up his state visit to Russia and returned to Beijing. During the trip, he also attended the celebrations marking the 80th anniversary of the victory in the Soviet Union's Great Patriotic War. Foreign Minister Wang Yi says President Xi's visit to Russia has further consolidated China's ties with Russia. He says the most important political outcome of the visit was the signing of a joint statement on deepening the China-Russia Comprehensive Strategic Partnership and Coordination by the two heads of state. Wang says President Xi's attendance at the Victory Day celebration showed China's commitment to upholding a correct historical perspective on World War II and jointly safeguarding the post-war international order. The high-level meeting on economic and trade issues between China and the United States is on its second day in Geneva. Chinese Vice Premier Hou Feng and U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent led the discussions. The meeting aims to de-escalate trade tensions sparked by the U.S. tariffs. Beijing says the talks are at Washington's request as the U.S. continues to express a desire for dialogue. Ken Brown has more from the Swiss city.
The first day of talks, the delegations arrived at 10 a.m. and didn't leave until 8 p.m. in the evening. Quite a long day of talks. The U.S. delegation left their hotel around 9:30 in the morning. Reporters there asked questions of the Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent. He did not answer those questions. He turned away without any response. So the Chinese delegation is led by Vice Premier Hou Feng. Scott Bessent, he's the U.S. Treasury Secretary. So on Sunday, we saw U.S. President Donald Trump. He hailed these talks as a total reset, posting on his Truth Social platform that it was a very good meeting with China in Switzerland. He said many things were discussed, much agreed to, but did not really go into any details. The Chinese Foreign Minister earlier this week said that these talks should be conducted in the spirit of respect and reciprocity.
Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan says his country is ready to host the peace talks between Russia and Ukraine. He made the remarks in a phone call with his Russian counterpart, Vladimir Putin, on Sunday. Putin's proposed holding direct talks with Ukraine in Istanbul on Thursday. He said Russia remains committed to serious negotiations with Ukraine to address the root causes of the conflict and lay the groundwork for a lasting and stable peace. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said his country is negotiations with Russia if Moscow accepts a Kyiv proposed ceasefire. He said Ukraine expects Russia to confirm a full, lasting, and reliable ceasefire starting Monday. Putin said the possibility of a ceasefire agreement could be discussed during the negotiations. India and Pakistan have agreed to a ceasefire after 4 days of fighting. However, explosions rang out in the border cities hours after the announcement. India has accused Pakistan of violating the deal. In response, Pakistan says it remains committed to the ceasefire, adding that any issues in its implementation should be addressed through communication. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has welcomed the ceasefire agreement. We hope that the agreement will contribute to a lasting peace and foster an environment conducive to addressing broader and long-standing issues between the two countries. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi called for common respect between Pakistan and India, urging both sides to resolve their disputes through dialogue and avoiding escalation. In a phone call with Pakistan's Foreign Minister, Wang said China is concerned about the rising conflict and believes Pakistan will make decisions in line with its fundamental and long-term interests. The Pakistani official expressed willingness to pursue a ceasefire, but said Pakistan would defend its sovereignty and territorial integrity. Wang also spoke with India's National Security Advisor on Ukraine, condemning the recent attacks on Astane and reaffirming China's opposition to all forms of terrorism. The Indian official said that India will take necessary countermeasures. That war is not India's choice, and both sides remain committed to restoring regional peace and stability. I'm Shane Begum.
You're listening to China Africa Talk.
Jambo, ni Bridget akikuletea kipindi kinachohusiana na China na Afrika.
Vous écoutez le dialogue sino-africain avec Bridget.
Everything China, everything Africa.
Olá, você está ouvindo China Africa Talk com Bridget.
سيداتي وسادتي مرحبا بكم في الحوار الصيني العربي مع بريدجيت.
This year marks the 45th anniversary of the establishment of the milestone in their enduring friendship. In an exclusive interview with China Africa Talk, Zimbabwe's ambassador to China and continued strength of China-Zimbabwe relations.
Like a tree with strong roots can withstand the storm. That's how I characterize our relationship with China. It's grown stronger.
Ambassador Shaniwa notes that the enduring friendship between the two sides has delivered tangible results for Zimbabwe's social and development.
The early 2000s to now, it's been characterized by support and collaboration for economic development. It's an evolution, and with these projects, we are towards our vision for the cities. We are driving towards that.
Arriving in Beijing last August, Shaniwa outlines her key priorities during her tenure.
I would like to see more investment, more investors.